Alright, so welcome back to another episode of Speak Your Mind. And in today's episode, we're basically going to give an update on Jamar Ferguson, who was shot dead by police at his Churchy Lane in Clarendon on September the 15th. So basically, what the report is saying that it's a fatal error because Jamar Ferguson name was not on a warrant to be executed by a police at Churchy Lane, says Indicom. So no say, this will create a lot of different narrative, because if his name wasn't on our warrant, why were the police searching his house? But anyways, we're gonna jump into the story. I'm wanting to give this video a thumbs up and also comment on the feedback. Do you think this is some sort of corruption by the police, or do you think that Jamar Ferguson is literally somebody who is wanted and the police decide to take him out? Alright, so the controversial shooting death of 22-year-old Jamar Ferguson at the Churchy Lane in Clarendon on September the 15th by the police took a curious twist on Tuesday when Indicom Commission of Investigation said that his name was not on a search warrant that was led by the cops to his house. Alright, so the warrant was under Firearms Act and was meant for address they went to, but it did not have the name of the man who was fatally shot, said Indicom. Alright, so it started off sounding like a corruption. Because, as I said before, I honestly don't know where Churchy Lane is, but literally have to Google it to see if it's a ghetto. Obviously, it's a ghetto, because police is not going to enter a rich man's house without a warrant. You get me, I say? Especially if you just pull the door and walk in without showing the person the warrant. But anyways, he also said that there was an instance of search warrant being issued without an exact address express concern. Alright, so that's the second red flag. The so-called warrant that the police had on them the day that they killed Mr. Ferguson, the address for that location wasn't on the warrant. Alright, so I'm make a jump back in the story because be red flag nice. So there are many search warrants that don't give a gate number. Sometimes they just give a district or a road. It is concerning that the court and justice of the peace are issuing these warrants with sometimes just the name of the road, and the road could be a mile long or even 20 yards, he said. Other warrants have the correct or more full detail of a house, name or number. This particular one just has Churchy Lane, Campbell said, adding that he was not able to confirm whose name was on the warrant. So Campbell confirmed that a total of 23 members of Jamaica Constable Force were present during the operation, which led to Ferguson's fatal shooting. Alright, so as I say, this sounds like something is going on, man. Because you're telling me 23 police officer was at Mr. Ferguson's house doing what? Doing what? What could this 22-year-old have been a part of make 23 police officers at his house? You understand? And the thing about this is, on the warrant, it stated that the location was Churchy Lane. So definitely, we know say every road have a lot of houses on it. So you're telling me that out of all of those houses, Mr. Ferguson's house was the one that you guys wanted to search. And you guys brought 23 police officers at the man's house. Now, man, is a wanted man, this. So the police have said that Ferguson pulled a firearm while they were executing the search warrant. However, Ferguson relatives have disputed the police version, claiming that he was killed in cold blood, and released closed-circuit television, the CCTV footage showing him run to open the door of the house before raising both hands above his head as he saw the cops who were at the door. Alright, so try to make sense of the nonsense. They said that Mr. Ferguson pulled out a gun. Which man in them right mind I go see 23 police? Well, no matter. Which man in them right mind I go see more than one police, but better yet 23 police and still pull out a gun, bro? How does that make sense? How does that make sense, bro? And clearly from the video, we can see that Mr. Ferguson pulled the door, put up his hands. How can he reach for a gun? You're telling me he was strapped, he had the gun on him? You're telling me this man is willing to risk his life? Bro, it's not like it's one police or two police, 23 police, bro. Are you telling me that Mr. Ferguson pull out a gun and shoot at them? Come on, bro. No videos have been shared of the alleged confrontation between Ferguson and the police. On Tuesday, Campbell told Observer that the investigation into the matter is ongoing. At this stage, no officer has been charged. Officers have provided an initial account and they are due to be interviewed this week formally under the Act to provide a full explanation. And then the commissioner has got much further work to do. The ballistics assessment. We still need that postmortem report, and obviously we will be reviewing the closed-circuit television material in the public's domain that was within the house, he said. So Campbell said that Ferguson was the 219th person to kill this year during planned police operation, pointed out that none of these occasions were members of the police teams wearing body cams. I want to list that part again. Campbell said that Ferguson was the 219th person killed this year during a planned police operation and pointed out that none of these occasions were Caucasian members of the police team wearing a body cams. So you're telling me 219 person died by police and none of them are not wearing a body cam? What are you guys waiting for? Obviously, them are the new bad man them in town. Honestly, they are the new shot callers in town. Honestly, they are the new contract killers in town, bro. You're telling me how much more it have to reach before you guys do a deep investigation? 290 murder and none of these police was wearing a body camera? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? And nothing come out right. There have been over 100 planned operations this year that have resulted in fatalities, of which none have had any body-worn cameras deployed by the Jamaica Constable Force. That is really the concern more broadly than Mr. Ferguson's death, which is equally important that these operations are occurring.